So hello guys, and we are done with the first week of our trading challenge, and this is the part 3 of the trading challenge. So if you notice, this was the first episode where I talked about everything you need to set up to actually follow up on the challenge to make sure that you are on point, and the Telegram channel for you to join. So in case you haven't joined the Telegram channel, you can use the link down in this video description to join. And then where I also recommended my preferred broker that everyone following the challenge should use, because every broker have their own perspective of how they set their trading system and everything. So I always advise you use the same broker as I'm using, and my recommended broker is Xnest, and the link will be down in this video description. You can click on it to sign up. And then another thing here, this was the episode 2 where we made our first profit. So episode 2 where we actually made our first profit, and that was a trade we took on Tuesday. Yeah, we took all those trades on Tuesday. So now coming back to our trade, I'm going to show you everything and how we're able to move it from $10 to $21 in just 2 days of trading. Yes, I only trade 3 days out of the 5 days in a week, and most of the times I don't trade the Monday market because businesses just resume, so there are a lot of movement, a lot of unpredictable movement happening on that very day. And then on Friday also I don't trade because of the short trading hours. So I don't know how long I might hold a trade, and I don't like holding my trades cross boundary. So Fridays also not really my trading interest. So I mainly trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, and that's how I've been trading for the past 3 years, and it has been okay. So I'm keeping up with it with my own schedules, because it's better to work with what work for you rather than forcing things that don't work for you. So now, despite all of that, we only had clear signals twice, yes, the past week, and I'm going to show you everything here. So you can see this were the total trades we took. So we took 3 trades. Some of the trade here I didn't drop the signal, like this one that we lost $2.52. I didn't drop the signal because it was an unexpected trade that let me just say it was even a mistake. I was analyzing and I mistakenly hit on place trade. Yeah, I was using my MetaTrader on my phone and I mistakenly hit on place trade that day. So that one wasn't included. So now let me just go over to my history, and you can see this is the net profit in total. If you get rid of this mistake loss that I was the only one who faced it, you can see that our net profit is at 11.27 US dollar, making our total account at 21.33 US dollar profit with our $10 deposit. So now let's go over to history and see how everything actually played out. So you can see this was the first trade we took on November 21st, and that was on Tuesday. Because we placed a buy order on GBP JPY with a lot size of 0.02 and made 3.82 profit. And then on same day we made another trade again on GBP JPY. All the signals were dropped down in the Telegram channel. You can go confirm them yourself. We all made plus 262 profit also. So those were the profit to close up with in the first day of trading. And then on the third day, on the second day, which was on Thursday, November 23rd, you can see we made an order also on GBP JPY 186 opening price, and then closing price at this, which made us $7.15 profit, $7.15 profit also. So this one actually hit our take profit. For this one, I got out of the trade. This one I got out of the trade myself, and then for this one, it actually hit our targeted take profit also. So this placed us in a good shape of success as the trading system actually went throughout last week, meaning we are all in good shape. Since we haven't made any loss, we are in profit of 11.27 US dollar. So now, for those of you who don't know where I'm actually dropping the signals, let me go and show you everything. So I literally dropped the signals here. So we made our first trade on Tuesday. This was the trade and everything. And I usually drop the screenshot on everything on our Telegram channel. The link will be down in the description, so you can also join. So after dropping that, and then on Tuesday morning, I made an analysis on GBP JPY for the market to retrace back to this blue line here, and the market eventually didn't retrace back to it. So I didn't place any order that day, because I only place order on days that I'm really sure, to make sure that we are growing our account safely. It's not by how many trades you take, it's by how successful the total number of trades are. So it's better not to rush into a trade, but to be patient and then place the right trade and make more money, rather than rush into a trade and lose your minor accounts. So that's something you need to know. So you can see what I told them here. I said the market is a bit tight this morning. No clear entry on my favorite pairs yet. That was November 22, which was on Wednesday. So we didn't place any trade till we placed a trade on November 23. You can see it here. GBP JPY buy at 186.383, and I take profit at 186.916, and the stop loss at 186.038. And this was the last order we took last week on Thursday, making it only 2 days of trading. And you can see I dropped every screenshot here on how it actually hit it went and hit our take profit, everything. So now let me go straight into my trading view and I show you how everything actually went. So now coming over to trading view, let me open it up. So in case you are new here and you haven't been following this trading challenge, it's not too late. We are just at $21 and our aim is to actually hit $1,000. So to make sure that you are not losing out, I advise you come and watch these 2 previous videos to understand everything about the trading challenge. After this one you are currently watching, go and watch the episode 1 and episode 2 so that you'll be ready to follow up on the episode 4, because from the coming week, the next week coming, I'll also be trading my usual 3 days, which is Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Also, I will also be trading those 3 days and you don't want to miss them as well. So there are weeks whereby we might have over 2 to 3 trades per single day, because I take a maximum of 2 to 3 trades every day. I don't take more than that. So you also don't want to miss out on those signals. So you can join our Telegram channel to make sure that you don't miss out on anything. So now here is the trade I actually took on. So now let me just get rid of some things from my chart actually to make it clearer. Let me just make everything clear for you. Okay. So this was the trade we took earlier on that very day. So what actually influenced my trade? So what influenced my trade was, during my Tuesday analytics, I realized that pounds was really on a high run. So when pounds was on a high run, you can see it moved on a very long scale from here straight up to this level. So once you get to this level, I noticed that pounds was going to do a retracement. This isn't any form of something prediction, but it was normal, because if you take a look at all pounds movements in recent time, once you get to this level, it takes a retracement back. Like for example, take a look, it came down and then hit this level, went upwards, came back down before moving upwards again. So now I use this information seen from this particular section. Let me draw it out. I use this movement from this section to actually predict the next movement. So the movement, so let me just close it off here and then give it a yellow line. So the moment it made this movement, I know that okay, once pounds get to this particular blue line at this 186.917 level, is going to trace back down again. So instead of rushing into a trade, what I necessarily did was I patiently waited for pounds to actually trace back to this level again. So trade back to this level again. Let me just draw everything out so you see them clearly. Okay, so you can see it now. So I patiently waited for pounds to trade back to this level again, this 186.383 level again, so that I can place a trade. Reason is that I noticed that the moment pounds retraces to this level, is going to move to the upside again because of the news that was on it that day, and that day was actually Japanese holiday. So I use a lot of figures, including my personal favorite indicator, which is the daily open and close. So if you take a look at it carefully from the recent days, let me just minimize everything so you can see it clearly. Okay, let me get rid of this box and show you everything. So from recent days, you can see how the movement actually went. You can see that the average daily open, so this one here is the average daily open, so you can come and set it. It's simply what I used to see on average, where does the market open, where does it close. So every market close range is the one in red, and then the open is the one in white, in green I mean. So you can see that on average, you can see this day it opened at this very level and closed at that same level, and then the following day it moved upwards. You can see all the dates, everything is following same way upwards, and then same way. So when I notice this same movement, I notice that okay, if pounds should get to this very top level, it's going to try retrace back to its previous zone where it had some little movement before moving. So I'm on the 3-hour chart, so you might not see the double movement clear, but if I go down to the 45 minutes, you will see that there has been, it was so many touch at this level. You can see it touched after this first one, it went, came back for the second one, moved a bit before coming back for the third one again. This to tell you that I actually take my time to look at the market well before making any trade. So this is a 15-minute chart. I believe the 15-minute chart is actually showing you more clearer view of how the market moved, to tell you that it was a serious uptrend. So once you get to this top, it retraced back. So it came back here again, it retraced back. So at this point, I noticed that the buyers and the sellers were in serious competition. And at this point, you don't want to make any mistake by jumping into the trade, because if you should jump into the trade at this very level, you are going to get caught out. So what do you do at this level? So for me at this level, I noticed it was a time to wait for it to come back to this level again. Why did I wait for it to come back to this level? Because I noticed that the sellers are gradually losing strength. Because if you take a look at it, despite the competition that was going on between the buyers and the sellers, the buyers were literally pushing the market up gradually. So at this level here, it took some time to actually decide its next movement. So I patiently waited for a retracement before making the trade. So when I make the trade, if you look at it carefully, I did not make the trade out of the box. Take a look. I placed an order here at this very level, and I put my stop loss below here. So now let me change my stop loss to red. So I placed my stop loss below here. Reason is that if you take a look at it carefully, for some minutes of movement, the market did not make any attempt to break below this blue line here. So it was safe putting my stop loss here. And then my take profit, I didn't want to go too far, so I had to place it at this immediate line that it always makes it reversal, which is the green line here. So you see, this is simply the idea of me trading. It's simply I look at the places whereby the market is struggling and I trade within those days. As an intraday trader, which is a day trader who don't want my trade to hold over weekends and long days of waiting, I simply look at the range in between the market is actually fighting to break through, and they take advantage of those places. So for example, this was one clear of them. You can see the market goes to this level, it comes back down again, it goes up again, comes back down again. The reason why I did not trade any of its down movement was because the market is an uptrend. And if you take a look at it carefully, let me get this off here and show you the uptrend. So now let me mark out the uptrend for you. So take a look. You can see that the market was a clear uptrend. And when you see market in an uptrend like this, you don't want to follow any of the bullish, the bearish movement. So the bearish movement is simply the downtrend. So I know the moment I noticed that the market was more of an uptrend, I did not bother myself looking out for any opportunities to trade the sell. So anytime the arrow is pointing down, my main patience is that let it come and retest and then make its decision before I follow up on the market. That's why I did not trade any of the down movement. So I patiently waited for it to come back for the last time here, which is this one called, I always call it the last kiss, because that is the final movement it will hit on that level. So after the one, this double here, it came back here again, and then I waited for it to come back here again. Immediately hit this level, I just traded up to this level and I got my profit and left the market. You can see how simple the analysis actually works. It's simply looking out for the areas whereby this market is finding difficulties to move and then trading that particular level. So after this one, on Friday, I wanted to drop a signal, but I didn't drop the signal because I already promised everyone on the Telegram channels that I don't trade on Fridays, because I haven't cited a signal, and here was the signal. The signal was between this level here. Let me delete this one off. The signal was around this area. You can see it here. So my main plan was that putting this here and then putting this over here. Let me delete all of this off. So my main Friday plan was actually taking off, sorry for that, was actually taking off another trade at this level in case the market should break through and eventually break through. But because of the promise I already made, I did not bother trading that particular Friday because I didn't like Friday trades. They always don't go well for me, so I don't trade them. So this was simply the idea of what we actually did to trade that day. I simply look out for areas whereby the market is struggling. First of all, before I determine this area where the market is struggling, I first of all look out for the trend, because the trend will determine if the market is truly suffering or it's just waiting to make a serious decision. And if you take a look at it carefully, because of this uptrend, I had to wait for it to actually make the final decision by coming back to retest this particular zone again before trading it. So in case you don't know anything, you don't understand anything about trading zones, well, I have a video for it, and I'll be creating another full video that will mainly focus on how you can draw your zones. This is your support and resistance zone. However, there's in this video here, let me come over to videos. In this video here, I've actually, where is that particular video? Okay, this is it. In this particular video, I broke down every single thing you need to know about support and resistance level using the layman's understanding to explain every single thing to you, which is how I would have easily understood it if it was explained to me when I started Forex trading at first. And I've done all of that in that particular video, so you can go check it out. It will be linked in this video description. And another thing is my sharp entry strategy, which is how I made my entry decision. You can also watch this video. All of them will be linked down in the video description. So this was simply all about our episode 3 of trading. And you can see this meta trader, and you can see all our trade here. You can see we follow the trend. We trade the trend twice in the same week. You can see all of this was let me stretch it out. All of this was a trade we took in the same week. You can see this was the first one. At this area, we took our first two trades. All our first two trades were in this particular zone here. You can see it clearly here. This particular area where we took all our two trades. Let me just mark it out for you. So we took two trades at this particular level alone on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we took from here. I saw on Wednesday. On Thursday, we took from this particular zone, and that was all the trade we did for last week. And you can see I log in my account over here, so you can see profit $11.27 every single thing in it. So you can come and join our Telegram channel to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the signals that I will be dropping. You can see we currently have 500 members over here, and meaning you are not just here to stay. And one thing about me is that I don't just drop signals, but I also add a group where we all can chat and discuss common problems faced by either of us, so that we can. So you can see my channel is actually attached to the group, so that you can also ask me any questions you want in the group once I make any sort of post. So hello guys, hope you see that our trading challenge isn't just some mere announcement like every other channel does, but we are literally following the trading gradually to make sure that we get there all at the same level. I had a big Forex account I'm trading, but then since you guys requested for the trading challenge, I also decided that okay, I'm going to do exactly that for you. So I created a special account for it. So in every single day we trade, every single trade we take, I'll be analyzing every single information you need to know about the trade and then dropping it here for you to understand. You can see, so I simply named the account trading challenge. You can see I simply named the account trading challenge, so that you get to know that this is what we are doing for real. And every particular trade we take, I'll be showing my transaction histories, my trading, everything. You can see them. I'll literally be showing you everything. So you can see these are a reward from my referrals. So you can also use my affiliate link to join my channel. You can also use the link down in the description to sign up for XNS, because I personally use XNS. XNS is fully regulated because some forex brokers aren't regulated, so they can easily manipulate the market. But market like XNS cannot be manipulated since it's 100% regulated.